So what's going on there? I hate when that shit happens.
These are the Bajau sea nomads. They've lived in the ocean for hundreds of years and have evolved to have
Imagine I got copyright for stupid stuff.
50% larger spleens than regular people, allowing them to reportedly hold their breath underwater for up to 10 minutes and swim to depths of up to 200 feet. But why would anyone want to live in the middle of the ocean, vulnerable to the dangers of choppy water, lethal storms, and without access to healthcare, job opportunities, and formal education? Well, the majority of
They probably be happy. Simple as that. We're not happy in America. I don't know about they are. I don't know. We have job and shit. We're still not happy, man. They probably be happy what they doing, man. Cause we might work hard and shit, and we're not happy. We stress out as fuck. Yeah. They don't have to work. They do whatever they want. I remember when I was in Haiti. That's why I didn't have no money too, but fuck it. Even though I got hungry, but I was still happy. You know what I mean? Even though, you know, I'm saying, but some way I'm happy, some way I'm hungry. You know what I mean? That's all. But now it's like I'm happy with money, but I'm still stressed out. You know what I mean, right?
Of these people lack citizenship or have been evicted from their homes elsewhere and don't have any of the rights or protections of legal citizens in the countries that legally control the waters that they live in. And here in Wakatobi, they're often treated as second-class citizens by their Indonesian counterparts on the land and are viewed as lowly sea scavengers. How long can you
Them kids or young guys like me, they good in water. They know how to swim crazy. They'll fish.
hold his breath underwater?
4 minutes.
4 minutes. He's like a fish. And in 2002, Wakatobi National Park was established in and around the Bajau people's pre-existing village, threatening their way of life by restricting the Bajau's ability to fish in their traditional fishing grounds. As ancient techniques and fishing practice are lost generation by generation, the Bajau people have turned to more environmentally destructive fishing methods like dynamite fishing and potassium cyanide poisoning, threatening the environment's coral reef and increasing the tension between the Bajau people and the Indonesian government here in Wakatobi. So how is this floating village holding up today, and how has the outside world affected them for better and for worse? After finding a Bajau native named Albar, who was born and raised in the floating village, he agreed to take me to his home and help me understand the Bajau's way of life and their current situation. We're in the middle of the ocean. This is extremely remote. It took us several days to get out here. We're in the middle of nowhere. Hello. Hi. We're gonna hop up here and get to meet some people. This is our improv hotel for the night. Very nice. Okay, so we're staying in his house back there. Very hospitable. Now, before we go diving with some of these legendary divers, I want to get a full tour of the village and see what's going on here. 1,200 people out here is quite a bit, given what it is. How do they build the town? Right? It's a secret. Okay, it's a secret how they build the town and expand it. You can use your imagination. Of some guitarists, how long can you hold his breath underwater? Hi.
1 minute.
1 minute. Kadang paling 2 menit. Kalau menyelam 2 menit.
Okay.
Iya.
Can we bring him to the water tomorrow and test his skills? We want to see if we can find the person with the most breath on this village. Would you be interested?
We will try, mate.
What time works for you? Morning tomorrow?
I'll practice first.
Okay, practice.
Before I try.
Okay, tomorrow morning. As I gathered as many divers as I could for an informal dive competition between the village, I wanted to understand how people lived on top of the ocean 24/7 and got the things they needed to survive without ever having to leave. Looks like we have a bit of a shop right here. Some people doing laundry over there. What do you do out here?
Daga es blender.
What are the responsibilities of a Bajau mother?
Ya, memasak, mencuci.
How big is your family?
Anak ko tulungan.
Is life easy or hard out here?
Ya, tiru ni. Jara luang tahu ka dilakbo jaran tantang lawiru ni. Kadang niak, kadang sa.
Do most men fish? Carpentry? What is the most common job?
Nilai ngaringgi ngutta.
And we have the squid right here they were cooking. This will be lunch, dinner, breakfast right here. This is good stuff. What do the Bajau women do here? What are their responsibilities?
So all they think, all they eat is fish, cause they're in the water and shit. They're fish. How do they call this diet thing? Fish. I mean, I don't even know. Something like that.
Abilities.
Pekerjaan kami po madapuran nih.
Working with
Madatay mo po, biking anana,
bananas.
baby, bikin
Ah,
baby.
baby. Is life easy or difficult here?
Belum ya, alok jadu.
And how big is your family?
Keluarga dami kami, matambang nang.
Okay, right now I'm getting an informal house tour. Okay, we come inside. Thank you for having us. Beautiful living room. Hello, and these are her kids?
Dapur.
Hello. Whoa! And then you have beautiful. Thank you for having us. Beautiful living room. Hello, and these are her kids?
Dapur.
Hello.
Yo, this TV, back in the day when I used to have it, man, you're rich. I swear to God. In Haiti, once you have this TV, man, you got money. I'm telling you. I'm not lying.
Whoa! And then you have beautiful outside view. Oh, toilet. Right here?
And in this house I stayed at, the bathroom is just a hole that goes straight into the ocean.
A different world completely we're walking through right now. This entire place is wild.
And the kids here still love playing soccer. But if the ball falls in the water, you jump in, grab the ball, and hope your neighbor didn't just take a dump. And just like the rest of Indonesia, most of the men here smoke like dogs.
Have you lived here your entire
I changed my mind. I would not stay there. Dale, you're right. Where they poop though? I thought they have a man. Hell no. Hell no.
life?
Oh, masih anak-anak man dito niyo.
Were there more fish when you were a child?
Para daya, sekarang itu baru ubah ya.
When were the roads built to connect all the houses?
Masih mantan dulu gitu. Dulu kan yang jam kami orang itu bahagi dari takut bangun apa kata si berumah ni.
Okay, you used to have to swim from house to house before the government put these roads in. How deep could he dive?
Wag madahulu 10 mandupa kampi ka dia.
Wow. What is the technique you use to catch fish? Spear fishing, net fishing, big ship, explosives?
Dia jenis mesti ngaringi.
Net fishing. Okay. Do you know who Donald Trump is?
Ya, boleh dana bang.
Okay, pretty refreshing actually. Do you know who Mr. Beast is?
Ya.
Do you know Michael Jackson? Look at him. He's got moves. Bye bye. Bye. Hello. Hello. Hi. Okay, so he's cutting the iron for the fishing weights. How did you learn how to do this?
Oh, mantan.
He think he make it by himself.
Okay, it's raining. Tell him we'll come back. We'll come back. Okay, it started. Flash flood real quick. We're all flooding to come up. What do they do when big storms come? Do they go to Big Island?
They went to the land, went to the
Okay.
town.
They wait for it to pass. What are some of the traditions of the Bajau people?
These are just a fishing.
Fishing?
Yeah.
And swimming?
And swimming.
Okay.
And a row.
The storm has passed. Wisdom has been gained. This town is actually pretty huge. Didn't expect it to be this big. You can take a look at these steps I'm walking across right now. A lot of ground to cover right now.
But real quick,
Imagine that shit don't, and you step on it and then, and you cannot swim, and you go all the way down. Man, you dead. It was trying to save you, but if you're by yourself at night and nobody there, then you and accident happen, you're done.
Do you make videos but don't have enough time or money to make shorts or clips to help promote them? With every big streamer and YouTuber using Reels, TikTok, Shorts, and clips to get discovered, with Opus AI, you can create high-quality shorts without the video, and you can use clip all 10 different views. YouTube, Tyler, all 1,000 Opus market right here. This is the supermarket out here. Market my videos back to the floating village. We have a mega market right here. This is the supermarket out here. They have diapers right here. They have all sorts of snacks. All sorts of sugars. They got Sprite and Coca-Cola. Okay, what is your name?
Rani.
Rani. Is this your store?
Yeah.
Okay, very beautiful. Did you start this business yourself?
Nadi Seba, Anyeba, Kam, Lauda.
This is shop. They bought it from another businessman.
Big business brain. Do you have a family out here? Are these your kids?
Yeah.
Do you want your kids to move to big city or to stay here forever?
Di sini bagus.
You want them here?
Yeah.
Okay, to run the shop.
Daripada di darat.
Oh, we got all sorts of good stuff right here.
That's the mindset, yo. They don't want them to move. They want them to to look at the Photoshop. That's crazy, man. Listen, man. Yeah, mindset is crazy. I wouldn't. If I was you guys, if I have a kid, man, I told them to get out. Don't stay here. This is not yours. This is not yours, man. Well, it is what it is, man.
Adventure doesn't end out here. We've probably met nearly 80% of the village out here right now. Hello. Yup, this is a tough spawn for this guy. Okay. Not the friendliest parrot. Is that your duck? Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Oh! This is beautiful. Kids in the States don't do this. Look at him playing with the duck. You caught a fish. Oh, dang. Beat its head in and killed it? Oh, very generous of you. Whoa! Yes! Good job! That was funny! And just like the majority of Indonesia, most of the people here are Muslim, and there's a large mosque in the center of town, with many of the women covered in hijabs despite spending most of their days in the water doing things like cleaning this boat. Salam. Hi, salam. Looks like it may have been damaged by some sort of storm or hurricane. There are prayer mats inside. Everything in here needed to be a good Muslim.
Muslim. Indonesian Muslim. I didn't know that. Wow. I learned something new.
What do you do for a living out here?
Nelayan eh.
What's the craziest story he has while being a fisherman?
Ngajar dah masalah matemu.
2 times he got shaking.
Oh, his boat sank?
Misian
Ask him if Bajau people can swim much better than other people.
sama mga
Bajo people.
They're the best?
Yeah, the best Bajo people.
Okay. How long can he hold his breath underwater?
Yesterday, young he can do it for a minute.
4 minutes. Has the fishing gotten more difficult out here compared to when he was a boy? Is it more difficult to fish now? It's difficult.
Right now. Yeah.
Ask him, why is it difficult?
Because so many people, fishermen coming from outside, from the big island, but so many people, so many fishermen came in here,
I see.
and they catch a lot of fish.
Do many people do dynamite fishing or the potassium chloride stuff? Is that common or somewhat rare?
You see many people use a bomb.
Many people.
And while most of the houses are now connected by makeshift bridges or wooden planks, some houses like this one.
To be honest with you, you know what I was thinking? 300 pounds can't even cross the bridge. The little bridge right here. So you telling me people who 300 pounds, hold up.
Use a bomb
Many people.
And while most of the
So you telling me 200 people, 300 pound people can pass here? Nope. 400 pound cannot pass here. You're not allowed to pass here. It will break that. You will break the bridge, man. The bridge not even secure, and they will not let you go inside the house either.
The houses are now connected by makeshift bridges or wooden planks. Some houses like this one stand alone in the water, only accessible via boat or by swimming.
Right here is Lauda's house. It is only accessible via boat because the bridge is broken. Lauda! I like your house!
This is Lauda and his brother. Rumor has it, they're some of the best divers here. But before we see them dive and hunt underwater like fish, I'm curious how long the village can hold their breath underwater.
For the most part, these guys are underwater for as long as they need to be. This is a hunting skill, not showmanship. We want to see what their maximum breath capacity is.
Basically, a spleen can hold fresh oxygenated blood, and the larger your spleen is, the more fresh oxygenated blood that organ can hold, which technically extends your body's ability to stay underwater longer. So it's said that in certain Bajau families, the spleen is 3 times larger than average humans.
We don't have the ability to run an MRI or an X-ray on these guys, so we're going to test them in the water right now. I told everyone here if they can hold their breath for 2 minutes, I'll give them 150,000 rupees. We just want to incentivize them to see if they can just stay there, hold their breath, obviously without hurting themselves. All right. We're gonna have a weighted vest around the individual so they can just sit there and hold their breath, but not too heavy, obviously, to drown them. Okay, he's putting on the weighted vest. He'll be our first diver. Let's see how long he can hold it. They are ready for the diving competition. He's under. Okay, the timer has begun. 31. Not that impressive. He's under. 25 seconds. Not very much.
Yeah, okay. Go.
He's under. $38. I'm gonna guess the chain smoking out here is probably not helping their dive times and lung capacity, but I could be wrong. Okay, now we have the head boss. Lauda's brother, what's your name? Cabe is in. $120. These two siblings did the best thus far.
But what the Bajau people don't have in lung capacity, they do have in diving and spearfishing skills.
Okay, Undu, how long have you been diving?
Dah lama si madiki.
How many minutes can you hold your breath underwater?
Di kuliah dah minit.
How deep can you go underwater?
10, 12.
How do you like living here in the village atop the water?
Karena gampang miang.
In a couple of years, do you ever see yourself moving out of the village and going to a bigger city, or will you live here forever?
Bisa.
Kevin,
Yeah.
you're Undu's older brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How
You don't want to live either too. What the hell? It's crazy. Yo.
deep can you dive underwater?
7.
How long can you hold your breath underwater?
Tidak cukup 1 minit. Dah minggu main dulu. Dah 2 jam.
Okay, let's do this. Undu and Kevin are gonna jump in and do what they typically do underwater. Dive, spearfish, hold their breath, utilize their Bajau skills. Break a leg, Dan. Are the people as good at diving as they once were, or is it kind of a dying tradition?
The budget people have a skill like this traditional, use Google, not much like this, and they make it their spearfishing by hand crabs.
50, 60 years ago, like your father's time or your father's father, were there many more divers than there are now?
More now.
More now. He found a fish. What?
It's brother catch.
Okay. Wow, that was quick.
But the skills shown by some of the more middle-aged dudes here in diving and spearfishing was so impressive that it looked like it was second
Yo, they walk on water, yo. That's crazy.
nature to them.
Okay, that's 2 fish already in less than 5-6 minutes. Amazing. Good job. Very quick. Good job.
Good.
Wow. You got another one. 3 down already. Oh! Ah! He's amazing. Let's see the fish. What is it called? Dodo.
Dodo. Bahasa baju dodo.
Can we eat it tonight?
Ya enak dibakar.
Yeah, okay.
Ya.
Ah! Undu's catching fish left and right. So many fish so quickly. Very good.
Yes.
What is that fish's name?
Alalas.
Alalas. Oh, smooth.
Ya smooth. Badan kuda giginya.
Oh.
Ayam.
Oh, whole torn straight through him.
These guys are beasts.
Is it tough to catch up with him?
Oh man, Dad especially can just get down there. He's got his traditional goggles, which are cool.
Yeah.
They don't suction cup. They're made of wood and glass, and they literally just, it's the pressure of going down deep that holds them against your face.
Whoa.
It's pretty awesome.
Makes it look a little too easy.
These guys are small though. A lot of this is fished out, and but you get quantity, you still eat.
So we're seeing the effects of overfishing out here.
I think so.
How are you able to dive so well while you smoke 1 pack a day?
Tidak ada.
While spearfishing is certainly one way to catch a bunch of fish, those who are often more desperate and less talented at diving have been driven to more high-risk, high-reward methods. Dynamite fishing is an extremely dangerous yet effective technique where the user throws a homemade bomb into the ocean that explodes and creates a shockwave in the water that kills countless fish instantly.
Have you ever almost blown yourself up while dynamite fishing? Do you know anyone who has blown themselves or part of their bodies up doing dynamite fishing? For money?
Yeah, for money, to get money. And then haze now that it's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's why what we are going to do is that
Despite the risk of being arrested or blowing your
What's going on? His voice was like, now he did take it off. That's the editor's fault. That's the editor's fault.
yourself up, the potential reward of a big fishing haul caught quickly keeps dynamite fishers like this guy building and throwing bombs for a living. And on top of blowing up the reefs with bombs, research shows that the Bajau fishermen's use of potassium cyanide to stun and catch rare reef fish that are then sold for high prices to aquariums and exotic
Whoa, what the? Arabic. Abu Dhabi. What the hell?
To stun and catch rare reef fish that are then sold for high price.
This fish really wear that shit for real. I have that. That's a turban. Why the fish wear a turban? That's crazy. Yo, this fish wear a turban, yo.
Prices to aquariums and exotic seafood markets slows down the reef's ability to recover even more than the dynamite fish seafood market.
This fish got big brain. God damn.
Slows down the reef's ability to recover even more than the dynamite fishing does. We found and interviewed this guy who does it full-time for a living. But real quick,
I'd be like, go on down the road, you fuck.
if you want to support our boots on the ground independent journalism that is not bought and paid for by corporate interests, along with exclusive access to all my videos for $5 a month. Net fishing. Use the potassium cyanide instead of Vera for less than $5 a month. Why do you use the potassium cyanide instead of spear fishing or net fishing? When you use the potassium, how many fish do you end up killing? Are you ever afraid the government will catch you?
Actually, upright to the government, but he's hiding, and then the government when they coming to catch him, nothing proof.
No proof.
No proof.
Ah, smart man.
Yeah.
Does the government crack down on it, or do they not really care? How many fish do you catch each time you throw dynamite in the water? What is the punishment if they catch you? How many rupees does he make? Do you think you'll ever stop? Gotta respect the game. Gotta respect the game. As destructive fishing practices, overfishing, coral bleaching from rising sea temperatures contribute to the habitat loss of fish, Bajau fishermen claim that they have to go further and dive deeper only to catch less fish, making the lifeblood of their day-to-day existence increasingly at risk as time goes on. I met up with the oldest elder in the village and Albar to hear the village's history and how it's changed since he's been alive. Okay, Albar, what is this place to you? Did you grow up here?
Yeah, actually, this is the first main village. I was grow up here, but in 1980.
What do you remember as a boy?
The houses.
Do they have YouTube? Yeah, they do have YouTube, because I see some people that be watch Indonesia, be watching my stuff too. Yeah, they do. I'm talking about that. The electricity online. Probably in the capital, they have YouTube and internet. I don't know about here, because everything is water. You know what I mean? Like, where the internet gonna go? I don't know, man.
Separate each other.
Walking path?
Rich, when we visit to the neighbor, swimming, and then talking under house. It's like, for example, like that. Yeah.
Okay, and how many people lived here when you were a boy?
When I boy here, almost 200.
200. And now we have how many?
1,003.
1,300
people.
Okay,
Yeah.
much bigger. Do you have to be a fisherman to make money here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone fishes.
Everyone fishes.
Okay. What do you want the future to look like? And what do you think it will look like?
Itu mereka dampak anjara itu mau pendidikan nih.
The future.
You see, now that one is he cause he old, he's the oldest. But now he talking. That one he talking good. To go to college, all that. You see.
What do you want the future to look like? And what do you think it will look like?
Itu mereka dampak anjara itu mau pendidikan nih.
The future. I think this here. Just for the a bit better here, I think. Better here, I think, because we still seeing the types like fish.
Just say that. Just say you don't want to work. Just say you don't want to work. That's it. I understand. If you want freedom, that's your freedom. Okay, cool. Just say you don't like working for the government or for people. I get it. No one does, even me. But you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. Like canoe, net.
Oh, it's easier now.
Easy.
Life is easier now?
Yeah.
Okay. Did every kid have access to school here when you grew up?
Yeah.
And you swam to school?
Swimming to school.
Memang mendahulukan gampang.
Imagine swimming to school. Shit. So your uniform gonna get wet though. Smell like fish, water. That's crazy. It's like swimming to school. So where? So how you get your? So you leave all your man. I have a lot of questions to ask. So you swimming to school? Do you have a backpack on your back? It's not gonna get wet. Or when you do your homework, and then you're trying to go back to school, like the next day, it don't get wet. It's a lot of questions. I gotta say, man. It's a lot of questions. Swimming to school is crazy. So you take off all your clothes and swim. So where? Okay, when you take it off, where you put it? Do you have a plastic bag that's a waterproof thing, or do you have a book bag that's waterproof, so nothing get wet? Or do you have a man? It's crazy.
Gampang baka batuhan na pamamiana masih kurang.
Used to be easy?
Gampang. Sekarang itu lebih ni mamamia daripada nama di pamia, berarti enggak tertipu ni.
But as the Bajau people are forced to engage in increasingly dangerous and unsustainable fishing practices to survive, the future of them and their village looks uncertain.
You heard them, man. It's crazy. That's crazy. Man, you heard this shit, man. Oh, shit. My camera is still on. Oh, no. One bar to take off. Shit, I didn't even know that. Whew. It was gonna be D-Shot without even... Man, that's crazy. Yo, his thumbnail is insane. Look, you hear this shit? This bitch kiss the ground and shit. Can we send her back? When this is funny. Yo, when this is funny. See how they do this shit? How? How they do that? Shit. Look at this one. How they do the thumbnails? Ah, he's smart. That was the beginning, and they changed it to this one. That one is more. Oh, I get it. That one is more light, more vibrant. I like it. Man, that's crazy. I'm out, man. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta work. Subscribe, man. Peace out.